Hey everybody, and welcome to Reverse Q&A. So what can you tell about a company or organization from the outside? Can you tell if it's a good place to work without actually having set foot on their property or having had any physical interactions with them? Well, I say that you can. There are red flags that we can see just by looking at their buildings or property. Signs of bad management or a toxic organizational culture, which would also be a bad place to work. We can see the effects of their beliefs and decision-making reflected in even the physical exterior of the company. I put it to you. Example number one, everyone's favorite, the parking lot. You know, there's a lot of companies, and I'm talking mainly small companies, which is anything under 500 employees. They have general parking. You know, they don't overthink it. Whether you're the boss or you're an entry-level employee, you can park wherever you want. You can park right next to the door, and that's fine. First come, first serve. Let's not overthink it. It's not overcomplicated. Let's provide parking for everybody, and it just works, right? But then you get other organizations, and they go out of their way to really tell you, you can't park here. They give the parking spots next to the door, the best parking spots. They make that the executive parking, and they go out of their way to put all kinds of signs up. So this is pretty obvious. Meanwhile, all the other employees have to park far, far away in a small parking lot that's usually not big enough. A long way away. They got to walk in the cold, in the rain, and in the snow, if that's your climate. And they go out of their way to enforce this with parking attendants and things like gates and all kinds of stuff like that. My favorite are colleges, and some universities even, where they have assigned parking. They have all the executives parking right next to the door and all the employees parking near the door too. And then their customers, the students, they got to park far, far away in another parking lot. It's not very good. That's far away. They got to walk in the rain, the cold, the snow. You know the deal. Even on the weekend, if you have a weekend class, you come in and hardly any employees are there. So all the best parking spaces are free. But can you park there? No, you still got to park in your parking lot far, far away and walk in the rain, the cold, and what was it? The snow. That's right. What does this say? What does this say about the management, their attitudes towards their employees, how they regard different types of people, and how they treat different types of people? Before you even get into the building and start dealing with them, I believe that you can see what their attitudes probably are going to be just by stuff like this. Example number two, windows, right? The windows on the outside of the building. Most people have normal windows made of glass, right? You can see through one side, you can see through the other side. It's simple. It makes sense. They've been around forever, right? And that's how most companies look. They have windows in their building. Everybody can see into their building. They can see the people in their offices working. They can see the reception area and the hallways and stuff. It's not a problem, right? But every once in a while, you see a company that doesn't work in a sensitive area like banking or armored cars or anything like that. They just work in, regular business, carpet cleaning, drywall, plumbing, building houses, whatever. And they've got mirrorized windows so that when you look from the street at the building, you can't see anything. They can see you, but you can't see anything that happens on the inside of that building. It's a great big mirrorized building, and they go out of their way to do this. And I always wonder, what have they got to hide? Do they have a lot of people mad at them? Have they generated a lot of negative goodwill out there? A lot of former employees, that are trying to get at them or something? Or are they working on something so secret that we're not supposed to know? Now, of course, people are going to rightly point out that this isn't a mathematically, scientifically proven thing. Of course it isn't. It's just a general indicator. But I would put to you that, at least in my experience, these have been very, very prescient. These have really indicated, more often than not, exactly what you're going to find on the inside. Which in that case would be a company that's paranoid, A lot of miserable people and a bad place to work. Okay, third example. Reception. You know, a lot of companies, you come in, they have a receptionist and they have a reception area, and it's all fine. You know, you're not working in a high security area. You're not working in a high sensitivity, kind of very sensitive, very, you know, an industry where that would be appropriate, right? Most companies just have a receptionist. You walk in off the street, you deal with the receptionist, it's fine. But then every now and again, you see a company that you walk in and you don't have a receptionist. You get security. They got security guards. They're monitoring the building during the day. They're, you know, holding you for questioning almost when you walk in, right? And I always think, like, what kind of paranoid people are in charge of this place? You know, if you're not in banking or any kind of sensitive area, why'd you have that? That is a red flag to me. Now, I would put it to you, okay? In this reverse Q&A, when I get to ask you a question, okay? First of all, do you agree with this? Do you think that it's possible to see signs of the culture and how an organization is run just by looking at the physical exterior of a company? That's the first question. Do you think you can? And number two, if you can, what telltale signs have you seen that tend to indicate the culture on the inside? Okay? Please leave your answer right in the comments. I'm very interested to hear. This has been a topic that has really divided people, and some people agree with it, some people don't. So I'm interested in what you think. So thank you very much for watching. You guys are all awesome, especially everybody who leaves a comment. You guys are doubly awesome. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.